An immigration crisis might be brewing for House Speaker Paul Ryan and his leadership team. We told you last night that the House is just 5 GOP votes away from bringing several different DACA bills to the floor in a tactic to go around House leadership. GOP leaders fear the effort could cost the party control of the House in the midterm elections. Here to debate it, Republican Jeff Denham from California, who supports the maneuver, and Republican Sean Duffy from Wisconsin, who opposes it. All right, guys, you got to explain. We're not going to get into all the parliamentary tricks, Queen of the Hill and discharge petition. We'll lose the whole audience. So, Congressman Denham, you are really in favor of turning the House floor over to Nancy Pelosi to run this debate. Why?
No, not at all. I expect to have a full debate in front of the American public, do exactly what Paul Ryan said when he took the speakership.
But it turns the debate over to the Democrats, though,
No,
right?
not at all.
Why?
No.
Why?
The Speaker.
The discharge petition, that's the maneuver, isn't it?
Yes, which we have a Republican majority. We control all of the rules. The leader controls the floor debate. Paul Ryan has his own bill. The president has a bill. Goodlatte has a bill. And yes, the Democrats get a bill too, but ultimately we're going to do what the president is asking for and give him border security because we cannot wait any longer. You know, look, every year that goes by, another 500,000 people come across our southern border. So the 8 years that Sean and I have been in office together, that's 4 million people from doing nothing. Yes, it is time to act, and this president's asking for action.
Look at it, sounds fantastic. This is he's practically building the wall himself over there. What's going on?
I think we want to get to the same spot. I don't like the tactic. Jeff knows that. I don't think the discharge petition is the way to go. It does, I think, turn the floor over to what's called Queen of the Hill. You put out 4 bills. The one that gets 218, which is a majority, is the one that passes. Here's the deal. We have a wide agreement on Trump's 4 pillars. That'll pass. So Jeff will vote for that. The Freedom Caucus will vote for that. All we need is leadership to put the Trump bill up in the House, and it'll pass.
I just have a question for you two guys. You guys are smart guys. The Goodlatte bill is the right way to go. I know you're in the Central Valley. You're worried about the farmers, worried about those workers coming in. Got to stop this chain migration. That is the mass multiplier of immigration into the United States, with distant relatives hopscotching into the country without merit, without basis of merit. Chain migration, got to build the wall. We got to reform the asylum process. All that has to be done, and we got to get rid of the visa lottery. All that stuff's got to be done. That's all in the Goodlatte bill. Why the heck why are we having 4 bills? You don't need 4 bills. We don't have the votes for Goodlatte. I would vote for Goodlatte. That's despicable, frankly.
Well, it is, but here's the deal. Donald Trump ran and said, listen, I want to build a wall. All those other things have come in on the backside. So let's come together, put $25 billion in, let's build a wall and make some other tweaks to, again, stop chain migration, stop the visa lottery. We'll deal with DACA. But that's the package that the president wants. It's very generous to the DACA kids, but also gives us border security. And we can all vote for it. I don't know what's going to happen in the Senate. I can't predict what happens over there.
I can't support the Goodlatte bill.
Why?
It's not Goodlatte. This was Trump. Trump's 4 pillars.
Well, why can't you support it? I'm just curious. Why?
Well, because so many people talk about extending amnesty. I did not support President Obama's executive order. I thought that it was unconstitutional, and I felt that Congress needs to do its job and actually do real reform. And just doing an extension of Obama's policy 3 years at a time doesn't make any sense. Look, if we're going to do this, we need to make sure that we fix the wall and fix some of these problems, but also have a permanent fix for the dreamers.
You don't want to build the wall.
Oh, absolutely I do.
You want to build the whole wall that Trump wants to build?
Yes, of course.
So the only problem you have with Goodlatte is the amnesty for what ends up being 800,000, I think, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is an extension of President Obama's executive order rather than dealing with this as the president has asked for.
Obama did not deal with chain migration, visa lottery, any of those things.
No, but he
created. If we get rid of chain migration, you immediately change the game with immigration.
But he did change the dynamic for these kids that have gone to our high schools and did it in an executive order unconstitutionally. If we're going to fix this, because it's now an American problem, because both presidents of both parties have kicked this can down the road.
This will divide the party. You know, this will divide the party before the midterm election.
This is what the president's asking for.
No, he wants the end of chain migration, and he wants the wall built, and he wants to end diversity visa lottery.
Every other day, the president tweets something about this. And 2 weeks ago, he said specifically, if we do not have this done before the CR, then he did not want to see a CR. He wants to make sure that we actually have border security.
Here's the problem with the DACA kids. If you don't end chain migration, all of a sudden, the kids of the parents who brought them in illegally all of a sudden get legal status.
Parents are all staying, too. Let's be honest. They're all staying.
They all get a
no one's going home.
So we actually have to fix that part of it when we deal with DACA as well. But the key here is Donald Trump ran on a wall. Let's build it. $25 billion. We all agree to that.
I think Congressman Denham's right. Donald Trump did not win on giving amnesty to the DACA kids. He won on border
building the wall.
security, building the wall, and even Californians, majority, want deportations to go on. That Berkeley poll that came out the other day is devastating. 59% want somewhat important or very important to start deporting these people out of the
country. But the president's also put the Democrats on notice on this issue as well. The Democrats had $42 billion out of the Senate and out of every Democrat in the House. I think it's time to put them to the test on this issue as well.
We want to deal with this issue as Republicans. We don't want to turn this over to Nancy Pelosi. I don't think we're losing the House, but if we did, she'll deal with it. Let's deal with it as Republicans and a family solution. And again, I don't think this is the right process. I think we should come together as a family and get it done.
All right, guys.
Outside of turning the floor to Nancy.
Speaking, a queen of the hill, kings of the hill. Guys, great to have you on.